7-6, rate of change and slope. Our standard today is AF 3.3, graph linear functions, noting that the slope is always the same. Our purpose today is to find rates of change and slope. What is rate of change? Well, rate of change is a ratio that compares the amount of change in y values to x values. They are either variable or constant. So, rate of change is the change in y values over the change in x values. Okay, example 1. This is the one I'm going to do. We want to determine whether the rates of change are constant or variable. So here we've got the x's, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here we have the y's, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Okay, if we think about function tables, we want to see what the change is in each number. So I want to find the difference between each point. So from 0 to 1 is 1. 0 to 1 to 2 is 1, and 2 to 3 is 1, and 3 to 4, and so on and so forth. And you see from y's, it's 1 to 3 is plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, but from 7 to 11, it's plus 4. Now, in order for this to be constant, all the ratios of y to x need to be the same. So we're going to say y over x, in this case, is 2 over 1, and this one is 2 over 1. And the third one is 2 over 1. And then the change in the last one is 4 over 1. Now, all of these ratios are different. 2, 2, 2, 4. Okay, this one does not go along with the other ones. Therefore, this is not an example of a constant change. This is called a variable change. You try it. Example 1. We do. Determine whether the rates of change are constant or variable. So like I did before, find the difference between each one of these sides. Go ahead. Subtract 1 minus 0, 3 minus 1, 5 minus 3, 8 minus 5, and so on for both sides. Okay, you should have gotten 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, and 6. Alright, let's see if these ratios are the same. Now right now that doesn't look like it's going to be constant. But let's make sure that we check each one of the ratios. The ratio here and here. So let's write those down. 2 over 1 is 2, 4 over 2 is 2, 4 over 2 is 2, and 6 over 3 is 2. Every single one of these numbers is 2. So that means this is called a constant rate of change. So we say the answer is constant. Now, let's try this one. Determine whether the rates of change are constant or variable. Do this one on your own. So find the difference between 3 and 1, 6 and 4, 9 and 6, 0 and 2, 6 and 2, 6 and 6, and 3 and 6. So let's go 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 0, and 3. Now we want to find each ratio of change. So we'll go 2 over 2, 4 over 1, 0 over 2, and 3 over 3. Okay, and our ratios are now 1, 4, 0, and 1. These are not the same ratio, therefore this is, that's right, variable. Okay, let's try the next example. Before we get to that, let's talk about these things. Slope. Slope is the constant rate of change of a line. It is the ratio of something called rise over run. Okay, so as you see, this red line over here, it has a slope of 3 over 2 because the rise is 3 and the run is 2. So slope is the rise, or how far the line goes up, based on how far the line goes over. Change in y over change in x. Then there's rise. Rise is the difference in y values of 2 points on a line. So we would subtract the two y values and we'd see if it goes, for instance, -1 up 1, 2, 3 times. That would be a rise of 3. Okay, now run goes horizontal. So it's the difference in the x values at 2 points on a line. So if I go up 3, and now for the run I'm going to go 1, 2 spaces to the right, that makes a run of 2. Let's use an example to put these in context. Example 2. Find the slope of the line. Let's do this one together. Alright, so here's this line. What's its slope? Well, we know it's going to be positive because it's going up from left to right. But let's choose some points on the line. So let's look for one. Right here, this point right here is right at 1, 2. Now, to find another one, we have to go up 1, 2 and right 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So we went up 1, 2 and we went right 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. The slope is going to be a rise of 2 and a run of 4. That gives us 1/2. The slope of this line is 1/2. Next one. Okay, you try this one. Find some points where they're at the corner of those little graphing squares. So let's use this point right here, -1, -2. And now we're going to use this point over here. So we're going to have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And now we need to go right 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So we went up 1, 2, 3, 4 for a rise of 4. And we went right 1, 2, 3, 4 for a run of 4. The slope is 4/4, which is 1. Go ahead and sketch that in your notes. Make sure you understand that the rise is 4 and the run is 4. So the blue one is the rise and it goes on top, and the run is 4 and it goes on the bottom. Therefore, the slope of this line is 1. Okay, now let's try one that looks like this. I'll show you how to do this one. Find the value of A. So in this one, you see that the rise is 6. The run is A. But it says the slope of this line is a ratio of 2/3. The rise is going to be 2 for every run that is 3. Okay, so we already know that slope is the rise of the run, so we'll say the rise is 2 and the run is 3. So the slope is 2/3. The rise we see is 6, and the run is the horizontal, so that would be A. So 2/3 equals 6/A. Now we've got our good old-fashioned 6th grade proportion. So let's cross multiply A times 2, and we get 2A, and 6 times 3, which is 18. If 2A equals 18, we divide by 2, and we get A equals 9. So if the rise is 6, the run is going to be 9. Let's try another one. Let's do this one together. The slope is 2/5, the rise is 10, and the run is A. Let's turn this into a proportion. We know that slope literally means rise over run. So if the slope is 2/5, I'm going to substitute 2/5 in for slope. And the rise is going to be this 10 because it's going up. And the run is going to be this A because it's going horizontally. So 2/5 equals 10/5. If we use mental math, we can say 2 times 5 will give us 10, so 5 times 5 should be 25. So the answer should be 25, but let's cross multiply to find out. 2 times A equals 5 times 10? The answer is 2a equals 50. Divide by 2. A does equal 25. This answer will be 25. Let's do one more. Let's do this one on your own. Example 3. Find the value of a. The slope is negative 1/2. The rise is a, and the run is negative 4. I'll get you started. Slope equals rise over the run. So we'll do negative 1/2 equals a over negative 4. Find out what a is. Alright, let's cross multiply. We get negative 2 times a equals 1 times negative 4. That's negative 2a equals negative 4. Divide by negative 2 to both sides. You get a equals positive 2. This number should be 2. Okay, take 20 seconds. Tell your neighbor, how do you find the value of a in these problems? Go. Okay, tell us what you learned. Lastly, summarize what you learned from your notes here. Remember to use the words rate of change, slope, rise, and run. When you're finished, share what you wrote.